It's not a stream unless technical difficulties. We all know this.
They don't need to hear you, just our responses to you. That's fine. Keep them guessing.
What is life? Oh. Since we're still waiting, this is what I'm dealing with.
How about now? Oh.
Yep. We can hear you now.
I'm gonna remove the monitoring because otherwise I will hear myself and I will absolutely hate my life. And
Oh, I hate that.
hopefully it's not coming out with a weird, high pitched sound because sometimes it happens.
I didn't hear it.
And if there's any other thing, please let me know. But hey, it would not be a season 2 premiere without something really messed up going on. So welcome in to the first episode of season 2 of Titansgrave. The wonderful cast is returning with a new friend. Hello, Juice. You may recognize Juice from our Tales of Faerun campaign that was GM'd by Kitty. So we liked him so much that we decided to bring him here so that Juice now has to deal with us even more. But yeah, before we get started, let's do I'm gonna try to remember how to do that. It's been like a month easily since I've GM'd getting TTRPG stream on this channel, and it's super weird. Yeah, let's do our quick announcement first and foremost. We are affiliated with Die Hard Dice. They're some of the friendliest people and shopkeeper out there for all your dice, polymer dice, metal dice, and dice accessories. Currently, they release some because June is Pride Month. They release a series of amazing Pride dice, and I need to update that command. Of course, I did not do that before streaming because, of course, me. It is actually the wrong product. We can still use that code, that code and that link for a discount. But this month, it is the Dracona. Like, shame on me, I don't remember the goddamn name. One of the Dire D20 from the Dracona series, and the name escaped me. But if you go on our Twitter, we have a little post about it, and you can see it there. I'm gonna try to find it before the end of the game. But yeah, that's the product that we. I think right now it is out of stock, according to some people that I spoke to. So maybe it will be back in stock by the time I actually finally update that command. But yeah, go get yourself some dice at a lovely discount, and some. Encourage you to, if you can, buy their Pride dice. Profit for those are going to charity, and it's wonderful and supporting wonderful people and wonderful cause. There you go. Next up, we are affiliated with 8 Point Press, or HPP in chat. It's going to give you our little affiliate link. They make like amazing setting like Humblewood, and they do a spell and many accessories for mostly compatible with 5e. so that you can use in your game and run cool stuff. Go check it out. And last but not least, we are affiliated with 1985 Games. Right now until Friday, they have a flash sale on this wonderful thing, L and I Water Seafaring and Hellscape map piece. In there's about like 880 piece and battle maps that you can use, and it's actually 2D flat, and it's wonderful for the GM on the go, and they're really cool. I can just take some out real quick. Not cut them out just yet, because my home game has not started back. Like for example, this one, it's all a little terrain piece that you can just put a map together real quick and bring your place either on the high seas or in hell, or why not both at the same time.
On the high seas in hell, huh?
Exactly. Why not, right? There's some like lava river in there. A boat can float. Technically.
As long as it's not a wooden boat, I guess.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think hell is hot? Hell doesn't have to be hot.
Well, the lava flows. The
Yeah.
tiles are lava flows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, it doesn't have to be hot. It could be like liquid nitrogen. Just
Exactly.
that color.
Exactly. Make your
Also,
hell
the last
however you
circle of
want.
hell is actually ice, according to Dante. So
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, hell is my extended family. So
Make hell whatever you want. And one quick little announcement. Last little thing. I'm gonna be coming back this Tuesday for our June one-shot, where I'll be running some lovely people for a game of Mask. So it's gonna be honestly, it's gonna be my first time playing and GMing that game. It's gonna go super well. I can guarantee you that. So yeah, tune in that day and get another game. But that's not the important stuff right now. The important stuff is my wonderful players. Right here. Let's go in. You know what? Let's introduce our new lovely friend. First, Juice. Hi, friend.
Hello, I am Juice. No pronouns, just Juice. I'm excited to be here with everyone and explore what the heck I'm doing in this world. My character, I guess let's see, is it already listed here? My character's name is Soggy, uses they, them pronouns. You will meet Soggy soon.
Oh, I guess amazing.
Anything else?
No, I mean you can.
Great.
Let's go and order from left to right below. Kitty.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm Kitty. I'm going to be playing the lovely onion of a character Arya tonight, and you'll probably be seeing one of my two cats who are currently hanging out, Binks and Salem, aka Longboy and Roundboy. So, yeah. That's it for me.
All right, fantastic. There you go, Celine.
Hi, I'm Celine. I feel awkward on camera tonight. I don't know why. I will be here playing Ava Averlin, the cute, bubbly, adorable Valley Girl chick that loves guns. Looking forward to causing more chaos for everybody in season 2. Super excited to have Juice as a part of the cast. And can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans are in the works. Also, before I forget, if anybody hasn't looked at the channel point rewards, they should look at the channel point rewards because Rafiki/Frank has made it even easier for there to be chaos in our game. So there we go.
Yeah,
More
And
chaos.
make the player's life just a slightly bit more difficult, slightly easier, or if you have the channel point, give them an entire reroll. So use those channel points as you see fit.
Responsibly. Use them responsibly. Be nice to the players. And Strike's already spending for rerolls. Giving Fair a reroll because I still feel guilty about Tuesday. So oddly enough, I actually went, so Fair about that Tuesday. She's like, yeah, that happened.
Okay, but like plot twist. Now that I already have my reroll, I love it. I loved it.
Speaking of fair,
Hi, I'm Fair. Not that you needed me to say that again. My pronouns are she/her. I'll be playing Sabine Mooncrest, your tiny but mighty halfling warrior, whose pronouns are also she/her.
thank you, Kitty. All right. Last but not least, Jiggled.
Hey, I am Jiggles the Pet. Both me and Zachreen are he/him. Zachreen being the lizard guy, techie sniper. Lots of fun. Is often the voice of reason in this group, and that's not acceptable.
You do
So-
that to yourself.
Just as a reminder, a Zach is like 6 feet tall, and a Sabine is, what did we say, 2 or 3 feet tall?
Oh, she's 3 feet tall.
She's 3
and
feet
six-
tall.
and 40 pounds.
Okay. Well, so remember, we measure in Zach and Sabine's. So like just refreshing. Reminding myself.
That's right. That one passage was about two Zachs and a Sabine tall. I remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I find hilarious is the fact is that Arya is actually 6'2", 6'4" in heels.
Uh,
Oh,
my favorite part about the hall being 2 Zacks and a Sabine tall is that we easily could have just said 3.5 Zacks, but we didn't.
But we didn't.
Nope, but we didn't.
It's our system of measurement.
It's not logical, but it exists.
logic.
All right.
With this group,
All right. So now that this is out of the way, diving in tonight's first episode. So it has been about 2 months since our chaotic team of intrepid heroes, or
Heroes.
accidental heroes, I guess.
Intrepid heroes.
They mostly stumble through whatever happened,
Heroes?
and they get lucky. They do sometimes good things through accidentally and stumble. I'm pretty sure they did steal a few things from that mansion when they went in there, or at least considered it.
yeah,
Like,
one
unless-
of them
I took books.
fixed by me over the last 2 months and
Yeah.
is now.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, unless there were guns, Ava's like, meh.
No, but
I definitely nabbed books, hands down.
quite a few things happened to them during the last season. One of them was that they learned, although some of them still possibly have doubt about it, that they may be descendant of Hero during the Chaos War, which prophesies or meant that they had to fight and possibly defeat for good Prophet, which her bound was slowly loose, and she was slowly able to not necessarily get out of her chamber, but starting to have some influence. And they were sent to see what was going on, and did manage to feed her, at least that physical form, in that tomb, escaping that place, leaving out and going on separate way, like about 2 months, on their own little journey, little venture around Volcana. What were you doing during those past 2 months as you're now reuniting finally back in the Stora? When you reunited was at the Dragon and Donuts, and that's where you met also the wonderful green friend that is Soggy. What were you doing during those 2 months? Whoever wished to go first.
Yeah, I'll go. Zach absolutely beelined it right back to what was dubbed Zactopia, back to the flying fortress of days past, and spent a majority of the time disabling the killer robots, so as to not, die. During that time, also managed to fix up vehicles because it's a flying fortress. If you can't easily get up and down from it, no good. But then outside of that, he also managed to fix up and make gosh, I am whatever the teddy bear's real name is. I never remember. Rune something.
Rune Simple.
Simple. Whose voice I cannot
Right.
remember.
Principal, yes. Our friendly little child's toy AI teddy bear robot, who was damaged quite significantly because he was in a house with a giant mutated monster for 1,000 years. He is now fully patched up and sounds a little different than previously.
Yeah.
But that's because his voice box was damaged,
Yeah. And not at all because I forgot the voice at all. No.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was trying to save you from that. Then you had to go and ruin it.
No, but I'm just
Why you had to
confirming
go-
that, right? That it's not
Why-
because of that.
Okay.
You eventually came back to Nestora, as I previously agreed with your friends that after 2 months, of your own shenanigans, and thankfully not dying, you were able to come back. What was the rest of you doing? What was Arya doing?
Okay, well, since Fair's not here, so Sabine and Arya both went and were able to find Arya's grandmother, who's oddly enough still alive, still stubborn. To all, let's just say Arya realized why Voss actually was kind of scared of her. She's terrifying. And so both Arya and Sabine went through, best way I can explain it, I think 50 years of training pushed into a month and a half. Basically hell. So she learned new things while she was with her grandmother. She also got an awesome buggy as a, yay, you're back, happy 100th, even though you're 124 now. And Sabine actually was able to be with Arya's mother, who was the mage in the family, and learn a little bit more about magic.
Through the power of montage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, peak 80s montage,
Yeah.
terrible
Mhm.
music is on top of it. Big hair.
Big hair.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, now I would say Sabine likes coffee, and the two of them have been through living hell.
Sabine likes coffee, but
Not on
in the same
Arya's
in
level.
the same way that I like coffee, which is a lot of cream and a lot of sugar in it.
A little bit of coffee.
A little bit of coffee, yeah.
10%
That's
coffee,
what's-
90% other.
Yeah, yeah. Little bit of booze in there too.
Respectable. I get that. Fantastic. And what was Averlyn doing those 2 months?
Averlyn went home because that whole adventure absolutely broke her poor little brain. She had to go do some family recovery and make sure that she had not let down her family, and accidentally killed her dad, because she totally thought, yeah, even though she knew it was fake, like, until she got home and actually like saw that everybody was okay. That was a thing. Um, so generally she studied, she helped out like around the house. Pretty much was just a family person. And then she's like, "Oh, I have to get back." And that is a whole story that I will save for when somebody asks her, because she's arriving late to the party at
Mhm.
Donuts and
Donuts and
Donuts and Dragons. So we'll
Somebody
save
had a
that.
flat tire.
Yeah. She had a flat tire. She was not a flat tire.
You are a flat tire, a very popular like insult in certain region of Volcana.
Apparently,
Apparently.
yeah, or Celine just can't read.
Yeah. So it's a new day. Uh, are you? I'm not sure if most of you are early risers. Probably not. At least not without at least 2 pots of coffee.
I mean, Arya gets up early for the coffee.
Yeah. But you agreed to get back to Dragons and Donut just for like good coffee, good donuts, and because you did enjoy also the company of your newfound friend Soggy, who may or may not be working there in that morning. Soggy, are you working there in that morning?
Do I still have a job after yesterday?
Oh yeah, your boss. You've learned that Ulfer is a very easygoing boss. He yells a lot, but does not care about much except that his business is working fine. And the fact that Sagi and their newfound friends were able to prevent like an infestation of pest shop was very much appreciated. And he's more than happy to just make you keep your job still. And also, since Sagi have been working there, like the customer base have like essentially double because Sagi is amazing at making donuts apparently. So
Hey, I'm here for that. Yeah, so Soggy would probably be working there this morning. Have a little extra spring in their step. Um, to answer your question, yes.
so it's just another casual.
Sorry, to answer your other question, Sabine actually is an early riser. She has a lot of energy, so she gets up early.
Lots of energy and obviously it's like to be the first one in the line for breakfast, right? That's mostly it, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 You want to make
freshest
sure that
food.
you get like
Yeah.
fresh out of the pan bacon, pancakes and all that.
Fresh. Yeah. Dough, stuff that hasn't been, touched or breathed on before, just
The perfect freshness.
the best cooked of everything.
Sabine learned her lesson from the street food.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
No, this is just for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
It has
Plus
to be the perfect
breakfast-
start to the day.
Yeah, exactly. This is just for breakfast, and then she immediately goes and gets street food.
I have a feeling
Then later
that,
on, it's back for several baker's dozens worth of donuts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and I let Dragons and Donuts
for free.
exactly
For
since
free.
you were able to help them with their little pest problem, that you were indeed granted to baker's dozen like free every day
Daily.
for life, or until the current
He
employer
does.
or the business goes under, and they're no longer able to afford like life. So
Feeding your habit.
exactly.
I'm sorry, I disturbed you.
Yeah, well, let's hope that never happens.
Mm-hmm.
Show up every day, it might.
Arya
Other
is
people
probably
show
going
up
to be
too
the
and
one that
pay.
secretly gives money without saying a word.
All right, so Mark, like, if you just went there like this morning for like give like money for donuts, Mark like 5 copper off your. Uh, I mean, I'm pretty sure like all of you are fairly loaded, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Like any adventure that is above like level 1, you are rich. Um, in today's economy.
I mean, Arya gives gold a week, as long as we're staying here.
Exactly. And eventually, Averlyn, make your way, find your friend at the small table, um, probably low corner table, a bit more privacy, making your way in, through the little crowd that's there every morning. A few workers, a few old ladies that just don't have anything better to do, so they just, go vibe to the local coffee shop and chit chat and drink coffee, and probably spend
Oh,
most of their morning there, uh,
oh,
chatting
you
and
know
reminiscing
Arya is
about the old
talking
times.
to the old ladies. She knows
Oh
them.
yeah,
So, somewhere probably around mid-morning, Averlyn will, for lack of a better term, burst into the coffee shop, right? And she's got, like she hasn't even gone to a hotel yet. Like she's got everything with her. She's got, you guys can only imagine, right? And she's like looking at her watch, carrying her bags, like, oh my god, I finally made it. Looking around, okay, and like brings everything, just unceremoniously drops everything at the table. This is the worst trip ever. But I'm here.
Uh,
Hi.
you drop your stuff on the table, and Sabine is like,
No, she
because
drops
you
it on the
almost-
floor. She
on the
drops it on
floor.
the floor.
Okay, because Sabine's
Okay.
like, my donuts.
Yeah, no. She drops
cannot be
everything just on the floor.
Won't someone please think of the donuts?
Will someone
Yeah,
please
think
think
of
of the donuts?
No, not the donuts. Think of my donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Not just all the donuts,
Yeah,
specifically her
my
donuts.
donuts.
Never touch her donuts. It's death sentence.
It's worse than the coffee.
Oh no, it's probably up there with the coffee.
So like I left and I went to the hover car station and I was sitting there and everything was cool. And then I got an idea for a new weapon. And so then I started sketching it. And then I lost track of time. So I missed my first hover car. And then the second one, I still wasn't paying attention. So I got on the wrong one and went to the wrong place and then had to get back on. And then I got lost. And it was so bad. But anyway, I'm here. And I have all my stuff, I think. I don't think I left any bags. Oh, I hope I didn't lose any bags. Because that would have been... No, I have that one. That one's my favorite bag because it's
Have
got
a
my favorite.
donut. Have a donut.
Yeah, decompress.
Do you want me to put your stuff into the car or the buggy, whatever you want to call it?
Oh
You have
yeah,
a
we have a car
buggy?
now.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to drive. Like, I don't want to drive.
No, I will be driving. No worries.
Okay, good. If you could just tell me which one it is, I'll go do that.
I'll come with you. You see the one right in front, the black buggy. That also, as my grandmother told me, there is mountings if we want to put a gun or a few. Anyways. And she just gets up and walks out towards the buggy.
You see, like, seriously, Averlyn's face just lights up. She's like, now she's all excited. She grabs her bags.
Sabine
I've
puts
seen
like
it.
Sabine puts like a jelly-filled donut on a napkin in front of your chair, so when you come back, it's right there waiting.
There's a donut for me when I get back.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
true friendship. especially from Sabine, like offering
Oh,
like
yeah.
jelly-filled donut. I wish she was devouring them previously. Like,
It just seems like that would be the donut that Ava likes.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
We might want to make
That's
sure
just
she
the
sticks
vibe.
to decaf today, though.
You know, she's grown and she could do what she wants.
there you got told, boy. Yeah.
So if
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
looks out the window, like Averlin's like putting her bags in the car. Um, but she's also like looking around at like she's half distracted trying to put the bags in because she's looking at all like at the mounting points for weapons.
Mhm. And what you can see is like at first glance, it looks like some of a regular old buggy, but once you get closer, you can actually see it's really well maintained. It's more like you might have seen back in the old days, to the point you're like, who the hell is her grandmother? And you kind of pause and remember. And it's like pure black with silver decals, and it just makes you go, oh, this thing can take a beating and keep going and going. And it has, like, once you look inside after dropping your stuff in the trunk, you can tell that the seating is actually going to be probably extremely comfortable for those long drives. Arya got spoiled by her grandmother.
And there's obviously like a little lock compartment because it is after all a dune buggy, not like an actual proper car. So there's a lock compartment where some gear can be stored, but it's not just like on a seat for anybody in the street to just, oh, look at the bag and just go.
Mm-hmm. It's like a almost like a small lockbox in the back that's spacious and big enough to be able to store stuff.
Let's face it, in the past 2 months since you left the city of Nistora, things are not any better in this city. It's still crowded city with conflicts with the guild and rebellion group, and some people with very very slippery finger that will snatch things from you depending of which district you go in. If you're flashing fancy things, they might not stay on you. So, um, but it is however a bit more quiet than your first arrival because you arrived last time in the middle of a big festival, so there's not as many street food vendor, which is sad for some people. But they're still there. No, they're still, I have a feeling that Sabine knows the spots where our favorite lizard selling lady is.
Yeah, as long as I can get those spicy lizard tails, they'll be great. Yeah, and maybe like I don't know, falafels and hot dogs and pretzels, and this is just my lunch, my snack before lunch. Yeah.
Fantastic. I like that. It's just, before noon, right? But when you last left the city, there was possibly some old friend that you left in the dark about future project, contacts, and some leads that you uh, wanted to possibly follow up on. Um, so you have your day in front of you. Soggy, offer approach you. So, Soggy, I mean,
Yeah, boss.
I cannot thank you enough for like what you and your friends did yesterday. I mean, that like, do you have any idea how much this will have cost me, like in like actual proper exterminator?
I have absolutely no clue, boss.
Me neither. But probably more than $2 of donuts a day. So
You're probably right, boss.
probably. So, you've been working for the past 14 days straight without taking a break. Like, if you want to take the day off, you can. I know that, you're a bit short on money. That's why you've been working so much. But if you wanted to.
Hey, but it doesn't feel like work when you're doing what you love. You know what I mean? And I gotta say, I got this wonderful idea yesterday to try out these new types of donuts that I think will make you some good money.
Really now?
Yeah, I call them Bacon donuts.
Bacon
Sabine's
donut.
ears perk up.
Even Arya also kind of looks over.
How do you make those? Like, what's on them?
Well, I never thought of the idea of mixing the saltiness and brininess of bacon into tiny little bits and using that as like the little special oomph that you put on top of the sweet donut. And our little friends yesterday that helped take care of this problem, they actually did most of the work, but I had to like escort them down there. Gave me this wonderful idea. So I would say thank you for the day off, for helping save your business. Next time I come back, I'm gonna put that into the rotation for you.
Oh yeah, fantastic! Like, make a good batch. Have it sampled so like the customer like to see how they react. I like.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take some time and I'll practice it before I bring it into the shop.
Sounds sounds fantastic to me. Sounds actually very brilliant. Yeah, I could that make business boom. Like it's like that proper like mid like day like snacky lunch vibe.
Yeah, or you know what? It's early in the day. Is it breakfast? Is it a treat? Is it both? You never know.
You never
And that
know.
way, people that are if you're trying to watch what you're eating, look at that. You got two in one.
Exactly, right? You get like your like day like sweet like donut and your protein from the bacon.
Hey,
Right?
caloric intake, huh?
We could,
Am I right?
that's right. We could eat like those people from the gym and like little gym place in front, with just technically just two treadmill and some dumbbell put in the shack, but we could probably convince them that this donut is healthy and get those extra customer there.
Yeah, it's bulking season. It's always be
That's
bulking.
right.
ABB.
Always be bulking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could put that on the sign underneath that donut. Always be bulking.
It could be a great cheat day snack. I yell from the
You got
front.
smart friends over there.
That's Sabine. They're actually the one that actually inspired this. It's named after Sabine. So we'll get it to work. But you know
Oh
what,
my
boss?
God.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate this. Just keep this in mind if you're ever thinking about performance review season and promotion time. Just a little something to keep in your back
Oh
pocket.
yeah, I mean you're definitely employee of the month, like the month previously.
Yeah,
Did you guys hear
you
that?
know.
They're naming a donut after me. That's great.
Arya just
All right, boss. Well, you know
coffee.
what? I'm gonna get out of your hair. I don't want to stop you up. I know you're probably gonna be real busy. So
Oh,
thank you.
no problem. I mean,
I'll just
once
grab
like the
my
old timer
apron.
crowd
Get out of
die
your way.
out, it's gonna be a bit quiet. That should be good.
All right. Thanks, boss. I'll grab my leather apron, my pizza peel, my chef's stuck, and start making my way out. And then as I walk past, I'll just nod over and bring the one sample bacon donut that I was working on before the boss came up to me. And hey, I got you a little something.
Me?
Yeah. You're the one that brought this idea to my mind. You want to try it out? I swear it's going to be good.
Oh, I'm sure. Shoves it all in her mouth. Actually, no. Let me. She'll actually take a big bite, but like savor that bite.
And Sagi will just be not breaking eye contact, like, yeah, right? Yeah.
Mmm. Mm. Oh my god, it's the salty with the sweet.
Yep. You know,
That's
I
so
tried doing that
good.
with like the sweet and the spicy yesterday with the cayenne and the honey, but this is 10 times better than that. Oh, hey everybody, nice to see you all again too.
Oh,
Pleasure.
Uh, uh, this is our friend Ava. She couldn't make it yesterday.
Oh, Ava, you're the one with the they call the flat tire, right?
They called
Who
me a
said
flat.
that?
Who called me a
no,
flat
she
tire?
had a
No,
flat
no, like
tire
they
on the
they
way
called it.
here.
You had a flat tire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not very good with the words and things.
Okay. Well, I mean, they were hover cars, so like I don't know that they could have actually had a flat tire. Can a hover car have a flat tire, Zach? Like, is that a thing?
It's just a colloquial phrase, you know.
Okay. Well, like, it was
Oh,
a
so it was
disaster
just
of a
like
travel day anyway. So, like, anyway,
I
I'm
see.
here. Nice to meet you.
You too. I'm Soggy, Soggy Bottom Star Baker, but you can call me Soggy. And before you stands a like 6-ish foot tall, kind of thick, rotund orc with green skin and long, black, stringy hair, and like a deep red shirt, I guess, like work shirt, labor shirt, and like a goldenrod colored pants with some boots on, the pizza peel that I mentioned, and a little chef's hat, and a leather apron that is like all covered with all kinds of like food stains, and who maybe it's food, who knows what else it could be. Maybe there's some dirt, and I don't know, who knows. But this is a special TLC that puts a little something extra in everybody's food, and you know, an order pad and dishcloth like tucked into the belt, and in one of the apron pockets is a feathered quill, um, and yeah, has just been watching Sabine eat the Sabacon donut.
Bacon.
So, like, it sounds like you guys got up to an adventure yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Here
they actually
in,
helped save this place.
it wasn't creepy aliens again, was it? Like we had with the beer baron.
No,
Oh no, it's just rats.
They were pretty creepy
Creepy
though.
rats.
Creepy rats.
Like
Was innocent.
rats, but also not. I don't know what they were, but we got rid of them. Kind of.
They were like spiky.
well, we stopped them from coming in
Yeah.
anymore.
And that's what matters. We saved the donut shop, and now I get free donuts for life.
Well, so that's wait, free donuts for life?
I didn't make the call.
That's I hope you put a limit on that because Sabine will eat you out of house and home.
No.
I just work here.
Yeah, he doesn't own the place. Or they don't own the place, sorry.
Well, I hope somebody thought of that.
They didn't. Now I get not just free donuts, I get 24 donuts for free every day for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh. That's
+1 today.
+1. Can I be your official taste tester?
And Soggy just wells up with like pride and joy and was like, it would be my pleasure.
Yes.
she does have a really good like palate. She knows what tastes good. So like if she recommended the bacon and the sweet donut, like I'm sure it's gonna like completely fly off the shelves. And your boss better like thank you like a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out wonderfully. And you know what? If you really do have such a refined palate, you could, if this whole thing doesn't work out for you, I'm pretty sure there's some other entrepreneurial folks out there in the cuisine industry that could use some feedback from you. Not like some of these other folks that may have shut down a couple of the places where I've worked and I spit on the ground.
Oh, I could be a food critic
Yeah.
after I kill the mages. Yeah.
Wait, so now we're trying to kill all the mages? I thought some of them were okay.
No, come. I'm just saying generally. I don't mean all the mages. I just mean the ones that harmed us and we don't like.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I have been
And
so out of
Talk
the
is just
loop.
like looking back and forth.
Oh, food critic now. Free food forever.
Speaking of those mages, Sabine, before you left on those 2 months, have you planned to did you have any plan to put any leads out for look out for those, try to find them or anything, or did you just
Um,
go out there and become even more buff?
from my recollection, and we all know my recollection isn't that great, but I thought I had put feelers out before we even ended last season with that lady who owns the antique shop whose name I
Yes.
don't remember, and I'm gonna call her Mistra, even though I don't think that's her name.
No,
It's
What
the lady
is
that
it?
opened up the orb thing for us, right?
that's
Yeah,
correct.
I'm not gonna remember her name is, so please just tell me.
Look,
Wasn't it Farkaya?
there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I was not close.
Yay, no.
It ended in an You were
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Mishra for Kaya, like
It was a word, so it's adjacent enough.
Right, right. Had letters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them
similar.
were similar. Yeah. Yeah, so I believe I'd put out feelers with her, but I probably would have asked like Voss or whoever the fuck works there to also put out feelers, but I don't really know anybody. So those are like the only two contacts that I as Sabine have.
I think you would probably have Arya after hearing that. She probably would have used some of her contacts that she has to put feelers out.
Fantastic. With that in mind, Bean, if you could roll me 3d6.
Oh boy.
I pet the cats for
remember,
And you-
remember you have a reroll and
It's
you
lower.
have it's one -1 difficulty.
Yeah. Essentially just
Okay.
for my own
Um,
note's sake, to what degree there were,
is this just a flat 3d6 or am I
Just-
adding
just
anything to
just
it?
a flat 3d6.
Or...
I'm
Okay,
gonna add
great.
their own modifier.
Okay. Well, that's an 8.
Okay.
I feel like maybe I should use my reroll, but at the same time, I'm like, we're not doing anything, right?
It's up to
Like
you.
today.
Just use it. Use
I'll
it.
just
Go
use
for it.
it. Okay, that's way better. That's gonna be a 16.
All right. All right. Perfect. Gonna make note of that. So when you go speak with the NPC in questions, will take effect.
Question for this roll: do stunt points count?
Did you have any stun point?
I got 6, baby.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I will make them count.
Okay, great.
That will impact roll test a little bit.
Cool.
But,
Thank you for that reroll.
but the,
Strike, thank you for the emotional torture and then the reroll.
I mean, look, I had a great time.
but you are left there in the Dragons in the bustling city of Nestora, finishing probably by at this point your first dozen donut because you've been here for at least an hour or two. I don't know if Bean eats. I'm assuming fairly quickly.
I'm sharing some of my donuts.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It helps.
Averlin got
I
one.
share.
Exactly.
Averlin got one.
Everybody can, yeah. I mean, if other people want some, they can take some. I'm not gonna bite their hands off.
Yet.
Except if you take your favorite donut, then all bets are off, right?
I plead the 5th, which I assume still exists. That's the only one that exists in this world.
I will not incriminate myself.
Nobody have any clue. Like they just say I plead the fifth, but they don't know what any of the previous four are. Like they don't exist, right? It's just that
Not
one.
anymore.
Exactly, they don't exist anymore.
The internet went down and everything went with it, but that one saying still
Yeah.
remains.
Oh, no, there's that one, but also the right to bear claws, and then I take a bear claw out of
Yeah, the right to bear clause
Right
is
to
very
bear
popular. Especially like in the baking industry, it is very popular. Soggy, you would be familiar with the right to bear clause.
I like silently groan to myself every time it is muttered. But I secretly love it.
All right. But yeah, you if there's any leads that you wish to follow on, up or rekindle some connections, you may do so. The city is yours, and if you want, I can remind you of all the wonderful things that Nestor has to offer to you. You are currently in. I'm not sure if you all still have the map of Nestora somewhere. Otherwise, actually,
Yeah, I mean, it's in
I
the
do
book.
not.
I can probably. Yeah, I can. If not, I can. Not sure if Juice you have access to the map and all that. Probably do
Mm-mm.
with the book. But I'm just gonna drop it again.
Oh, is it okay? The
Yeah.
core
Yeah,
rule
it's in
book?
the Titansgrave
But
book.
I
yeah.
like
Can
just.
you?
I
Yeah.
have the
Honestly,
map.
can you just drop that map? I'm not gonna go looking for it in the book.
No. And in the
And
book,
that's just me being honest.
and I know you, so I that's why I've done that as well.
Thank you.
So you are currently, let me just back. You are currently in the Braidward district, at Dragons of Donut. Which this little district? 1, 2,
It's number 9 on the map.
9.
I just tried to click the 9 like we were in roll 20.
And it did not,
Good game.
It did not do anything.
Nothing happened. I don't understand. The site is broken.
I don't
This
understand.
is supposed to be interactive. I don't get.
I wish this.
Now, this is me not remembering.
Yep.
But was there a with the mages that did the terrible things?
Mhm.
Was there a symbol that was associated with them? Any kind of iconography or anything? I don't remember if.
Yeah.
A donut, maybe?
Yeah.
No.
It was indeed a round symbol, but it was not a donut. It was, I mean, maybe it's loosely donut shaped in some parts. What the exact symbol was, honestly, I don't remember. I would need to go back in my notes, and some of my notes were.
But there
actually-
was a symbol associated with it, very clearly. Okay, and it wasn't like the cult that had to deal with the prophet. That wasn't the same thing,
It
was
was
it?
indeed.
It was
same.
the cult
It was the
that had to
same.
do with the prophet.
Okay.
They were trying to kill us because we were the descendants of the people who defeated her
Everything is
before.
connected, Zakreen. Everything is connected. Whether you want to believe it or not.
Hey, this. No. That's I just couldn't remember if they were actually part of the cult or not. So okay.
They were indeed cultists of the prophet, and Sabine and her entire village wore some very unfortunate collateral in that war against the heroes that were descendants, and somehow they still failed, because Sabine, being the badass that she is, survived.
True.
Right. But they were indeed. Did you do any research, or actually no? You were just spending your time in Zactopia. So.
Well, right. But now that we're back in town, I do still have access to the library, and all of that. That's why I was asking about the iconography. But if we already know it's the cult, then research there isn't going to help much, because our big thing would probably be to find out where they are, not what they are.
Exactly.
Honestly, Voss might be a good bet.
I mean, none of you have really reconnected with Voss since you came back in town.
I mean, we've only been in town.
Been here for
a
24
day.
hours at this
Yeah.
point. So.
Honestly, less
Avril
than.
hasn't even been here for 24 hours, and if Voss's
Right.
name comes up, she's like,
I think the only thing that Arya was able to do was get reconnected with one group of her contacts.
Right, the ones that came to help deal with the pest problem, yeah?
Oh no, that was an old contact. This is
Oh,
a
okay.
totally different contact that you guys haven't realized yet.
Fantastic. I will
I
go
like
and
how you
speak with
just-
Voss if nobody else wants to.
No, I think we should go visit Voss. Oh, give me 1 second. I need to go say goodbye to the old ladies. You always have
Oh.
to do
Well,
that.
I
it
didn't
was nice
realize you
chatting
were
with all
still-
y'all. I have my day off, so I'm gonna head out now.
Oh, you don't want to hang out?
We are literally going to go look for trouble.
We're not looking.
okay, well, I don't know if I'm gonna
I'm
go
not
look
looking
for trouble, but like, I think it might find us. But sometimes trouble is fun, and you do have the day off.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
we
that's
are-
what
we are
that,
trying. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I was like, I don't know if you need to look for trouble because it seems to find you. You found your ways here, and something happened. So wherever you go, it seems like something's gonna go down.
That's true. But we are literally trying to hunt down a group of people that are bad, that is literally looking for trouble.
I'm sorry. I have to disagree because I'm not finding trouble. They already found me, and so it's their fault, and the ball's just in my court right now. They asked for smoke, and now I'm bringing it to them.
Look, I'm just looking for target practice and to help you guys out. So that's where I'm at.
Suggy takes the order pad and writes down a little note. Maybe next time I smoke the bacon before I put it on the donuts. And puts the order
Oh my
pad back.
god, that's brilliant. You're a genius.
Hey,
I
you're
hope
the
you-
one. You're my muse.
I hope you inherit this shop.
Oh, an orc can dream.
Okay, so like you're not doing anything today anyway because you weren't intending to have today off. So I think you're coming with us, and I don't know that you have a choice. Congratulations, welcome to the group.
Oh,
You don't have a
we
choice
always
because
have
this is-
choices.
Yeah, I've been adopted.
You don't have a choice because this is a streamed game and we're a party,
No,
so you have
totally.
to come. Just kidding.
You seem trustworthy.
Yeah.
I could just see Arya coming back.
Hello,
and going,
random stranger.
This is just Avril being like cute and friendly. She has no idea whether you're actually gonna come with us or not, but she's like, everybody seems to like them, so maybe they should come along.
Oh, I can show you the best lizard tail cart in the city.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I'd say they are pretty good. You know what? I do have to head out to market anyway, so yeah, let's. I can walk with y'all.
Okay, great. Sorry.
Congratulations,
On
you
the
have
way
been
out-
adopted. Do not resist.
Yeah. So on the way out, like Avril does kind of stop you, and she goes, "I understand if you really don't like want to come because it is kind of like dangerous, but you seem really cool, and everybody else seems to like you. So I just wanted to make sure you felt welcome."
Sagi takes just a beat too long to respond and just like turns away a little bit, wipes a gentle tear from the corner of their eye, says, I guess I could come along. You all seem like a pretty charming bunch, and I've got to say, if I ever find myself in a scrap, I'd want to be around you all because you all know how to handle yourselves. So, okay.
she goes, Arya can be kind of scary if she doesn't get her coffee, but she's totally worth it.
I'll keep that in mind.
I need
Remember
a
when
freaking
we
shirt. I need a
Disliked
shirt.
Arya for lying to us.
I gotta say, there's a little something like this captivating about all of yous. There's you got this one with the inspiration from my cooking. You were over there talking about some contraptions and weapons and guns and stuff. This one has a talking teddy bear, I think, and The other one seems a little. The one that you're talking about that likes the coffee likes to skulk around and like disappear and then come back every so often. So there's a little mystery there. I kind of like it.
She's like a ninja, and she knows like a lot of things, but I probably shouldn't tell you any more of that because it's secrets and you're still new. So yeah, on that note, I'm just gonna, and she walks off.
Okay, can we
She's
say
just
like
on that note, bam.
the two of you are talking and I'm standing right there, but I'm only 3 feet, so you just don't see me. Like, actually, that teddy bear's mine.
Yours. So then why is it in that bag?
Because he fixed it.
Why is it still in the bag?
That's a good question. Maybe somebody who is not me but plays me forgot.
Okay.
Zach, why is Runcible still in the bag?
Because it wasn't safe for him the last time he was out, and he's just been in standby mode since then. I will pull him out of the bag and hand him over.
Everybody's staring.
And you put Runcible, I'm assuming, on table or wherever he is, somewhere. Or are you going outside of the shop entirely at this point?
I think we're outside the shop.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're
Make sure
at
awareness
the
is weird now.
Yeah, I thought we were headed to like the buggy
Yeah.
to go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all of you in that little buggy, it is a bit crowded. Thankfully, some of you are child size, so it's a bit easier.
No, I'm pretty large, so it's like
Yeah,
literally like in a clown car.
Exactly.
I'm in a car seat.
It is a bit of a crowded space, and Runcible is put out, and it's time by mode. You see Lowell full of his now fixed bear eyes because somebody got it a teddy bear and then replaced it with a robot.
I'm sorry. I'm just Juice. I imagine Soggy is sitting in the
Oh, yeah.
middle too.
Yeah,
Soggy's
especially when there's like a
absolutely
little bump in the middle and the back.
Yes.
So like
knees up
Soggy's-
to your chin.
Soggy
Yeah.
gets the hump.
As a tall person that has to had to deal with that often, I feel that. Yeah, Soggy, you are in on where does the hump, and Runcible is taking out, and her little eyes bright light up. Oh, hello.
Hi, Principal.
We're no longer in the donut shop.
No. It's a whole new day. I'm so sorry that Zach left you in the back.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Has it just been a new day? You want to go play tag?
We maybe later. We're going on a fact-finding mission right now.
Oh, fact finding.
Yeah.
You know any fact?
Yeah, Soggy makes the best donuts in the world. That's a fact.
I'm gonna add that to my database memory. I would not be able to tell having taste buds. But okay.
Soggy
You
struggles
can
to
work on that.
get their hand up to their eye to wipe away a tear. Just,
Ava's like leaning over, like it gets like.
You are
You're
muted. You're
I try to keep my arm as close to my body, but I'm still like rubbing up against like someone's cheek with my elbow as I'm trying
That's
to
what I'm
get up.
saying. Like Ava's like
Yeah.
off to the side, like
a
trying to
full
stay out of the way.
smear, a full smear of makeup just on your arm as you.
Yes.
Well, no, so here's a question.
And then I just wipe it on the apron.
What's the actual, like, how fast are we going to be moving through the city?
So I mean,
Because it's
Oh,
not
good
like
question.
modern day with full on traffic. Like we're not looking at 50 miles an hour
no. It
through
really
the city. Yeah.
it really depends. Like
Not with that attitude.
no, that had to do.
It all depends how aggressive we're driving this buggy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm asking because if we're not going super fast, then in order to make things
just
more
get-
comfortable,
we
Zach
all
would
get
have
out
no
and
issues
walk.
like hanging out on the top.
yeah, no, there's still,
I mean, there's a spot in the back.
yeah, like the traffic in like big city and like vehicle like this buggy are not exactly, for the most part, for like most citizen, a main mode of transportation. It is, there's some vehicle for like larger things that are built like vans and things like that, or the one that exploded that you had to save people from. But like, it's mostly a lot of walking, and some depending on the streets, some larger streets are more and better built for a vehicle like that, so you can easily like go to. Uh, I don't know what is 50 kilometer in miles. Uh, Somebody can do the math. I use metric.
No. Don't know.
We believe you.
Is that fast?
It's city speed.
So no. So
Yeah.
like what? Like 30, 40.
Val
Maybe
got
like 35 to 40, probably.
What are you saying
yeah.
what is it in kilometers?
50.
50, he said 50 kilometers.
Valkana is in the future, and they realized that the Imperial system is a bit dumb, and they adopted the metric
It's
system.
about 31 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm great at guessing.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, no, 30. Yeah, if there's like a bed or something in the back, there's no issue. Zach will hang out back there, no problem.
And especially
Ain't
like
trying to get smushed in with a bunch of people.
if
We're
you're-
basically driving through a school zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say there would definitely be a place where you could stand comfortably, oddly enough, on this buggy, and you're like, oh, this is actually
This
comfortable.
would be a good mounting spot for a gun.
Well,
but-
and that's what I was saying. Like, it might be. That's something that once given enough time to actually inspect the buggy, like, that's totally something that Everland's gonna do.
Think war buggy.
And throughout the ride, the principal is like playing I Spy, but their processor and short-term memory is still not optimal. Still some issue here and there. So
working on it.
sometimes they keep spying the exact same thing. Sometimes they forget halfway through what they were looking at. But they're entertaining themselves for the most part, and anybody that actually wish to play with the little robot machine. So you're going. If you're going, are you going to Voss, or are you going anywhere else?
So everybody, should we hit market first? Kind of get relaxed before we have to go deal with Voss and everything.
Well, I guess it depends. Soggy, what are you going to be getting? Because if we're just gonna be hanging out and then going to Voss, we don't want things to get spoiled in the car.
What's Voss? Maybe that'll help me figure out. Maybe we can do the market after.
Voss
An
is
old person.
So, Voss is like a really old elf person.
Like,
Yeah,
really
elf.
old.
That was spying on us and had a whole bunch of information on us, which was not very cool. But then we agreed to help get this artifact for him, and he agreed to stop spying on us. But he still knows lots of things, and he was one of Arya's friends, but I don't think he's one of Arya's friends anymore. Arya, are you still friends with us?
I wouldn't say we were friends per se. I would say that I just worked it for him because he got me out of a bad situation.
Question for Soggy: how long have you been in this store?
Ooh.
Frank asking the hard-hitting questions.
I know, right?
Within the past year, I think less than a year.
And if you were a vacation destination, what would Soggy be? No, just fucking with you.
Yeah.
What's your
If you
favorite
were-
You were
date?
any kind of
if you
Your
were-
bird.
ideal date?
Yeah. What
If you were
what
a
is
tree, what
Soggy's
kind of
ideal
tree
date?
would you be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been
What is your perfect Sunday?
so you've been
If I was
in
a
the
kitchen
store for the
utensil.
past year.
April 3rd is my favorite date. Sorry.
So chances are that Soggy would be loosely familiar with the Voss group and the
Okay.
facing enterprise that is the Voss group. As who is the exact person behind the mystic, almost mythical figure that is Voss to become in public, you probably not know that, or who that person is really, but you would have probably heard of Voss group, which deal with all sort of business throughout the city. They're not necessarily associated with
that
any of the
Voss.
guild of the city, but they do have like their hands in a lot of pie.
So, question: how much attention does Soggy pay to the news? Because
Yeah.
a
That's a good
few months
question.
ago,
Like
we were
literally,
wanted criminals.
literally 2 months ago. It was
Literally
2 months.
2.5-ish months ago, this entire group was like wanted criminals for treason.
Actually, here's the
Is it
funny
treason?
thing is,
It was
For the
mob
attack
terrorism.
yeah, it was the
I thought it was terrorism, yeah.
treason. And the funny thing is, Soggy wouldn't recognize Arya because she was undercover.
Yeah, because Arya looked different. So you would recognize me, Sabine, and Zach from like the news as being like bad people with a mystery now fourth person.
No, you wouldn't recognize. They wouldn't recognize me. I grew my hair out and I'm more muscular now.
Yeah.
Well, so I wasn't. I was talking about that out of character.
I
not
know, but I'm
necessarily in
saying,
character.
I'm saying this both in and out of character. I grew my hair out and I'm more muscular.
Okay. After I
I'm not
after I give the
recognizable
spiel
at
to Voss,
all.
like,
Yeah. I mean,
so
both,
just as a point of fact, you know.
Understood. Oh, that Voss. Oh, yeah. I know a little bit. All right.
Does
I'm a
Soggy
little
pay attention
curious.
to the news?
Oh, does Soggy pay attention to the news? I honestly don't think so. I think Soggy's pretty aloof.
Soggy's watching the Food Network. Okay.
Okay. Well, I just, because from what I remember, we were like on billboards and stuff.
Yeah, like it was. Our faces were everywhere.
We were everywhere. So I just
we
wanted
were number one.
to throw out
Yeah.
there.
But more
Soggy's
importantly,
unfazed.
we're not anymore, and that's the most.
Right, it
important.
lasted like a
no,
week,
we're cool
and then
now.
we just disappeared from all of it.
Soggy seems just unfazed.
Which is good.
Mhm.
All right. So, with that, are you going to the Journal Market Bank, or are you going to Voss? I do believe that you decided that you were going to Voss, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Voss first. I think that's a good idea. I'm a little curious about all the pies that they have their fingers in. Is that what we said? Hands in a lot of pies, not fingers.
Yeah.
Take it back. I'm gonna
And pie,
mute myself
fingers,
right now.
you know.
Appendages, like, I mean, I'm sure they have noses
Oh
and
my
things
God.
too. Like, I mean, who knows? It's Voss. But I don't think they have any of their appendages looking at us anymore, and I think that that's the important thing.
I mean,
Our eyes
mostly they were
appendages?
looking for corruption in the city. That's basically what my job was. Get information, bring it back so that they could be able to prosecute certain people.
Gotcha. Appendages. Appendages sounds a lot like bandages, and that's really what I wanted to try and get at the market. I don't think the eggs would really hold. Just going to replenish the bandages that I used to help you all yesterday, but I think I'll be okay with a little bit that I have.
Yeah, we can. If it's just bandages, I'm sure we can get it out of the armory.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to get in your way. I appreciate that you're letting me come along for the ride.
Oh, you're not in the
Do
way.
keep in mind, I do have a magical bag that is an extra dimensional space where things wouldn't exactly spoil inside because there's no atmosphere or anything. So, just a thought.
Just remember what is on your grocery list.
Yeah,
I
right.
see. I gotcha. Oh, what
That
you
was the thing I
fancy?
pulled the 6-foot stick out of yesterday. You know.
Yeah, is that the artifact that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they probably know a little bit more than me. I know I recognize quite a bit of that, but
Yeah.
it's a little above my pay grade.
I think
I'd love
it's
to
above a
study it
lot of
some more.
people's pay grades, I think.
It's more like they need to know stuff.
It is a
So
really cool
So I guess
artifact.
we're going to Central then, huh?
Does
Yeah.
that mean that people should get paid more? It's above the
Always.
I mean,
Really, we should just get rid of the whole system of people needing to get paid to begin with, and whatever. That's neither here nor there.
I agree. That's why I have Arya handle all my money because
You realize that like 90% of the budget was going on to street vendors.
And,
People have
Also,
reasons for their debts.
This
Also
is your
out of
food budget.
character.
This is for everything else.
also out of character, I legit don't even know how much money I have because I didn't write it down.
Wait a minute. I have to look through notes now.
You are making your way across the Tasmitra River. The actual, I had to look at my note and the map for the name of the river. There's actually a name on the bridge. One thing that you've noticed is that generally security around the city, especially from the guild, that seems to be ever watching over people. However you wish to interpret that, that's up to you. Seem to be a bit more present. Obviously, the incident festival did not help that. And as you are about to go on the bridge, you do notice that there's a few vehicles stop in front of you. There seems to be a checkpoint. If you have anything illegal on you, you may toss it overboard or hide it.
What counts as illegal?
Any illicit substances, as drugs, unregistered weaponry.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not registering my fucking sword. Like, I didn't even know I had to do that. Nobody told me I had to do that.
Like, Averlyn grew up in the boonies. She doesn't like this whole idea of registering weapons. Like, it's not a thing.
Sabine grew up in the fucking country. You think she knows to register a fucking weapon? No.
Especially one that's a sword and a gun. Like,
yeah, especially a fucking sword gun. Like, how do you even register that in the first place?
I thought this was covered under some kind of law. The right to bear claws, right?
The right to bear claws. Duh.
Yeah, the right to bear claws.
I would say Zach and Arya both definitely know about this and like, oh, shit. Okay. These 2 daggers are actually registered.
Nora isn't, and I pull the sniper rifle and off my back and shove it in my bag.
Yeah, I shove it in the bag, shoving myself in the bag.
I was gonna say, so all of Averlyn's weapons, like, are not on her. They're in her bags. Because she was traveling, right? So they're all like,
I can't believe you're making us go through customs right now.
Would Arya's grandmother placed hidey holes to hide weaponry in this buggy?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some of them may be underneath the back seat, where some people's butt are.
So Arya probably was like, okay, you can hide it here, you can hide it there. I'm going to be hiding my rapier here, my other dagger's here, my crossbow is going to be under the seat.
and you may have like
Seriously.
2 vehicles in front of you. So depending of how you proceed and move, and wish to be discreet
Sure.
about hiding things in a vehicle, could you please, people that are hiding stuff?
So are they going through like bags and stuff, or are they just like checking your person?
Currently, you see
Yeah.
some like people like they seem to be give a perception test actually.
I want
Yeah,
some
Arya,
cast
okay,
it too.
I'll do this.
Because that's a big deal, right?
Hmm.
Okay, you said perception seeing.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm good at that, I think. Okay, yeah. So,
16 plus 6 stunt points.
Okay, you may use them however you wish.
God, why is math hard? 18. I got a 20 with 6 stunt points.
You may use those stunt points however you wish.
I have a 10.
14.
Okay. And Zakarina, were you trying to see what it was?
Oh
going
wait,
on?
sorry, that's a lie.
Don't lie to me. I'm disappointed.
14, 17.
17. Fantastic.
I forget that I have to add my perception.
All right. Yeah, definitely Sabine and Arya, you do notice that for the most part they seem just like checking people's ID, confirming their identity, which you, as resident of Valkana, for the most part, you have some form of identification. And they seem to be looking at vehicle and things that seem odd, out of the ordinary. To which extent you are unsure just yet, but they seem to be looking around while somebody's looking at ID. There's another person like going around the vehicle and just inspecting things.
So basically, don't be suspicious.
Don't
be suspicious.
Okay, here's what I would like to do, and let me know this is some shenanigans because there's really no stunt points that would actually help towards this. So I would like to use speedy search,
Okay.
but in reverse to like hide stuff.
I would allow it.
And then I would also like to use, so that's 2 stunt points, and I would like to use 3 stunt points for stunned silence, which says, you are so impressive that you leave all who witness your display completely dumbfounded and unable to speak for a full round. So I just want to be so impressive to my friends that they can't speak. As my tiny body moves through this car, and like I just start hiding things in like the little like hideaway spots, and I'm strong, so like the seat not a problem, and I can just slip stuff in there. And then...
Yeah.
Soggy and I basically just kind of raise up and be like, ah!
You somehow like lift them up like you're still sitting in the seat and just lift them.
Yeah.
Soggy grabs a dish.
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say, and then I climb back into my fucking car seat. Like nothing happened.
Booster seat, yeah.
Yeah.
So for Arya, since I had 6 stunt points, I would probably do advantageous positioning the car just right, even though we're in line for it, where it would be kind of harder for them to see all this that's going on.
A bit more
Then
behind the other car, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would probably use I'm thinking with a florid, no, upper hand. So when we get up there, basically have it where she kind of makes it where they're less thinking, oh, she's trying to pull this, especially given her ID with working with Voss and everything.
All right.
And let's see, I think I have one more that I could use. And probably use passionate inspiration. Going like, okay, guys, we got this. No worries.
And you feel confident, and you do, as you are about to be pulled next to that little stuff.
I wanted to do something before we got that far into the line. Soggy grabs the dishcloth that's hanging off of their belt and just like, complaining about the heat, and like just starts kind of like dabbing themselves, dabbing their forehead or whatnot, and kind of just puts it back on their belt, and maybe like slips it into a pocket, and then says, "You know what? I think it's really kind of hot in here. What was one of these places? Let me just tuck something in right here. I'll just like shove it right under the seat where Sabine just tried to hide something."
Sounds good. It works for me. And you're pulled over, and you do see those almost featureless helmet of the guild guards. One is looking at you, Soggy, with making that strange face. Although you're not sure what their own facial expression is underneath that helmet, but you can assume confusion, as such as my expression right now. Um, so they go there. All right, I just need all your like personal ID. We're just doing quick
Oh, sure, sure,
identification
sure. Yeah.
for everybody in and out of the city at a certain stop point. There's
No problem.
It's to ensure the
She reaches
security
into
of
her
our denizens,
back
as you
pocket and-
understand.
There, yes, of course.
They go through.
What is this for again?
It's just like with recent activity in the past few months, we just want to ensure that.
I asked that and then realized in my head I was like, I should just pretend to be a child.
Averlin's,
A
Averlin's
very
just,
muscular child.
Averlin's
Hey.
just sitting there, kind of like batting her eyes, like trying to look innocent and cute, and she's like,
Arya kind of looks as she's grabbing the IDs to hand to the officer. She's just like, so anyways, how have you been? How have all of you been with all this craziness going on?
Well, it's hot as hell today, and we're wearing
Oh.
those suits, so it kind of sucks.
I wish I could have helped you in some way to help you guys get cool. I haven't been in the city for the past few months. What's exactly been going on here?
Is that
lately?
so? Where have you been?
Reuniting with my grandmother. Down, and she says the location, which I cannot remember since it's been months.
A while.
Yeah.
All right. So just visiting, or
Heading back into work.
who do you work for?
Oh, you know Voss
We're familiar with the
and
Voss
his
group,
Yeah.
and looks at the rest of you. Would none of you look exactly like people that would work for Voss Group Enterprise? But all right. And you can see them like just getting a little communication in their helmet. All right, drive through.
Thank you. I hope you guys get a cool day tomorrow.
What is
Given
it?
the heat and all.
we get away, and Averlin goes,
Soggy does at the same time.
that was
Sabine
like
says,
totally.
sorry, Sabine also sighs, but says ACAB under her breath.
Like, I know that like we didn't do anything wrong, but I always feel like we've done something wrong when somebody wants to see my ID, and I don't know why.
I mean, given what's happened, the cult making moves, it's only reasonable that they're going to be doing this in hopes to kind of hinder them, but to me, most likely they're going to be using the background channels in most situations.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, we know that, like, how hard is it really to get a fake ID, right, Arya?
Actually, it's quite difficult to get a good one.
And expensive.
Oh yeah, you have to know people, you have to be able to play the part. not look like you've done something wrong, being able to blend in without anybody realizing.
Okay, well,
Seriously.
I'm assuming that magic will like help them do that. So
I don't deal with magic all that much, so I wouldn't know.
And Sagi, you would know as somebody that is more or less a permanent resident of Nathora at this point. That thing within the city has been a bit of a shit show in the past couple months, even more so than previously. Um,
I think if there was anything major like that, Soggy may have it like Soggy's very transient, so it may have happened like around the time that like Soggy maybe was arriving.
hmm.
I don't know that Soggy would really be like a permanent resident.
I mean, you've been around in the city a bit longer than the rest of the party in recent times. Let's put it that way, then,
Okay.
right? Um, so you've noticed an elevated security measure
Gotcha.
or whatever they wish to claim. Um, what is the exact reason? You're not sure. Guild business is not Soggy business, right? Soggy business is mostly food and business venture. So, but eventually you do make your way up to the Voss Group building. Um, your first entrance here was through a different tunnel. Now you're more or less at the main door. A bit different than from initial time here. Steve,
So
go ahead. You wanted to say something, Juice? I thought you did. Okay, sorry. And it's one of the best kept building in a city that is in various state depending on the district that you go in. And it's towering over like both adjacent buildings. You enter like into what is the main lobby, what is the front of whatever actual business venture is there. You are greeted. Look of recognition are shared. Look of fusion with the new person among your party is also like, and one of them is looking at your area with because you're technically the only one that is officially under boss payroll.
I'm the only one that works here. She's gonna just look and go. So we found a healer since we got our asses kicked multiple times. They do their job well. And I think Voss might want to possibly hire him as cook them and all that. Anyways, I need to go talk to the big man himself.
Yep.
Because new information, all that stuff, and my grandmother wants to. Never mind. And she just kind of turns towards the elevator that would lead us up to where we need to be.
And you get into that elevator, and you know that the keypad that is there is mostly for show. The actual floors that you need to go to require your some form of ID that will just be scanned there, and it will send you there. You have been recently granted access to the actual floor where Voss is. So,
Yep, so I pull out my key card, do the thing.
do the thing.
So while that's all happening, Arya kind of leans over to Sabine and kind of whispers, "So is Arya's grandma scarier than Arya?
Yes.
Is that even possible?"
Yes.
By the way, I really like your muscles.
Thanks, I flex.
And I forgot to ask, is the gunblade still good?
Oh, yeah. It helped. I used it just yesterday when we were fighting those things.
Yes.
I fucking crit.
Averla just is like, she gets this
Yeah.
excited look on her face when she finds out you used it.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I love it.
Okay, good.
I have to ask, does Arya hear this?
I mean, Ava tries to be quiet, but like you know how she is.
I mean, if you're trying to be quiet, you can always give me. I'm sure there's a. It would be, I guess, a stealth a communication. It would be a stealth. Oh, well, I guess stealth would do. There's no like communication whisper.
Okay, so
And,
stealth communicate.
if
So
I-
stealth what?
just give it a general stealth test and just.
Well, right, but stealth is what category?
Technically it's dexterity. You can. I mean, I would allow it to do a stealth, but using the communication modifier if you want to do
Okay.
that.
So
Oh, I guess I should.
This would be perception and hearing on my end, correct?
Correct, because that's the
so
hearing.
14.
15.
So you do pick up a few things here and there that they're being whispered as discreetly as possible. But with the little very generic elevator music happening and this little thing,
Mhm.
you do eventually make your way up to the top floor where Voss reside. The elevator door open. Some acquaintance there greeting you, welcoming you in. Just, well, we're not expected yet. I'm sure that he will be happy to see. And that's where we're gonna take a little break. As you step out of the elevator, you discuss with Mr. Voss or do whatever you wish to do in this place.
So the room that we're in, real quick, is this the same room
It
that
is-
we were in when we took the secret tunnel?
No, well, yeah, it's the same room. It's the like Voss where he currently more or less permanently reside.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just came at it from a different way.
Correct. Yeah, you have a
Up the
feeling that
elevator?
you have
Okay.
a feeling that this elevator, does not just go to the main floor, right?
Okay. So did we go up or down in the
Up.
elevator? Up.
Up.
Okay.
Voss.
So we're in the same kind of like conference room and then further room.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
Very high-tech, lovely room. So we're gonna take a
So-
look, right?
Ava goes, well, it looks like they fixed everything.
And we will be right back after a small break. So get up, stretch, go drink water, do your bio and all that. And we'll be back with whatever happened next. And we are back. So, just before the break, our bumbling group of, I mean, hero adjacent people uh, made it to Boss Group Tower of the elevator, and greeting them was Astrid and the very, very large orc lady that is just there to be the muscle of the for Voss, and just as she was, she greeted them last time, still there, just vibing, eating an egg, and just looking at them, just nodding, but keeping an eye on the new face um, of the group, who communication has been mentioned that there was going to be a new face, but you know, new person, they're still unsure about you. Um, but Astrid is looking very stoically at Arya.
I just nod, like just in acknowledgement at the other orc.
Look at you, continue eating. Um,
Hello, Astrid. This is Soggy. Soggy, this is Astrid, old friend, known her for years. He actually is a healer and
They
knows their way around magic and all that. So,
really, they are a healer. And, you see her like looking Soggy up and down. Um, who, being you're a healer, but let's face it, you don't exactly present as much more than a baker, so a bit confused.
Oh
you
well.
know, oh, go ahead.
You say
Oh,
so?
I don't want I don't want to speak out of turn. Is
No, go ahead. You were going before me anyway, so.
Oh, well, I was just gonna, it's a pleasure to meet you, Astrid. In order to be working in the food industries, you got to be, prepared for some like first aid emergency situations. So, got to make sure that I can help myself in case of an injury, help my colleagues, God's forbid that we got somebody that might be choking on some foods and whatnot. So I know my ways around helping people get
No.
out of sticky situations.
First day certification, sticky situation. Sometime pie filling that just gets sticky. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, sometimes it explodes.
I would think that like you would have learned not to judge books by their cover when the last time we were here.
Uh, um, not judging here. I'm just a bit curious. People are a bit more than what they meet the eyes, right? Well,
Of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Doggy, pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
I'm assuming you are here just to present me your new companion.
No, we have a few things to discuss, especially when it comes to the profit and all that fun stuff.
I'm assuming you're here from Boston.
Yes.
You believe she should be available. She leave that room, go into boss chamber, and a moment later come back to. All right, may come in. As you enter, for some of you, it is the familiar visage of this tall, pale, long white hair, elven figure looking at you. In front of you, for the first time, Sagi, you do see what you can only presume is Mr. Voss, this very stoic, uh, well presented elf.
I tense up a little bit. In response to this, kind of like serious, stoic, imposing figure that reminds me of critics I've encountered in my past.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can tell that Voss is really looking you up and down, trying to assert, that's what kind of person you are. Um,
I'm doing the same.
how much are you trying to assess, Mr. Voss?
I don't. I'm trying to do like a subtle look over, just because I don't know what the fuck I'm walking into. I got introduced as a healer, and I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I just kind of went along with it. So I'm trying to figure out like what's happening here.
I'm just a local baker. What are you talking about?
Right.
Uh,
But I'm
Heal
also not trying to like blow up
powerful.
anybody's spot. You know what I mean?
give me. Hmm.
Intelligence evaluation.
That could work. That could be. You can also any perception, empathy, or seeing test would allow as well.
Do you have a preference? I was
Uh,
just being like facetious with intelligence evaluation. I don't know if it really makes sense.
I think
Evaluation
yeah,
is
yeah,
specifically just dollar amounts and
yeah.
stuff for this game.
Cool.
So it would be very
Thanks.
perception here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm, oh, I need to adjust my mic for that. Sorry.
I was gonna
No, it's
Perception.
say,
fine.
I love that dice rattle. That was great.
11 with 2 stump points.
Okay. How do you want to use those 10 points?
Let's find out.
For like
I
anything.
guess there isn't really any way that I could do it.
Yeah,
Use it for
I'm
this.
assuming like an efficient search would possibly work well. Like trying to, or even
Yeah.
a speedy search would probably, it would take. It would
Yeah,
take.
sure. Yeah, let's go
It
with
would
that.
take you a lot of time, a long time to, perceive things as they should. Um, one of the first thing that strikes you when you look at Mr. Voss is the figure that you see in front of you is there, but also not. not. You've seen similar technology being used, uh, like around like various like little stall in the city. It is a very well made hologram for man, like to the point that it's moving very fluidly. Usually it's like just for usually a repeat image, but this one is like moving fluently, and you can hear his voice, but it seems to be very ar- around you, not just from the source. So we're back and brought friend. Healer, it seems from what I hear. That's so. What should I call you? Soggy? Is that correct?
Sure.
And what do I owe the pleasure?
Soggy, yes, not sure. My name is not sure. You can call me Soggy.
Soggy then. So, what do I owe the pleasure? You mentioned briefly to Astrid cult-related things. I'm assuming national news based on your previous excursion visiting the Prophet. Any information on your end that you may have acquired, or? And he scans all of you, like he's looking at all of you, trying to ascertain.
Well, let's see. First off, I have a message that I need to deliver to you. Laura, my grandmother would like to say, screw you. You're an absolute asshole for not telling her that you had found me earlier. And she'll probably be here in the city within 2 months, from what I understand, to personally yell at you. Given that I've been on that end, I would love to be here to watch it with popcorn in my hand. Second,
I don't wish you luck, but honestly,
she's terrifying.
yeah, but also that was a dick move
It
for
was.
sure. Dick move.
Anyway, second part is that through my own contacts that I've been able to reestablish, they have been saying that there have been cult movements, either the separate cells or it's one singular cell. They're not sure from what I was able to pick up.
So
anything-
remind me, did we ever like actually touch base with Voss after we got back? Like, does Voss know we have the staff or no?
Voss
yes, he
knows.
does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
Did we tell Voss?
We talked about this session 0. We were like, we would have told him, but we don't know how to use it, so it's
And
Okay.
they didn't have
we
a
would've
mage
let him
that would
take
be able
it.
to use it.
Yeah, so that's what happens when Celine loses internet. Sorry about that. I just wanted to check in to make sure. Like, we did actually do that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Contact was made with Voss. Proper use of the device was not done. Alright. That's something that we can look into.
Surely haven't even shown it to him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you getting any ideas, bro.
There has been so it seems that your information does match some of mine at least. And we didn't notice through our many highs in the city. Let's call them curious activities. Actually in the mills. Things in the mill. That may be something that you may be interested in looking. Although not sure if those are related with the autonomous front. Been keeping a bit quiet recently.
Maybe they took our advice.
I'm sure those were wise advice.
Yeah, we told them to stop fucking around and hurting innocent people.
Very good advice indeed.
Yeah, yes. The ones pulling the strings just pulled out from them and currently going for a different approach. Who knows? So I have a quick question. With the staff, you know how to use it, but you didn't have magical means, correct?
I mean, once upon a time, I did have better means to use it, yes. Currently, it is a bit more complicated, and knowing I do have knowledge on how to utilize the staff potential.
You know how to use this thing?
Yes,
He points to the bag.
it was something that well, the bag, it's a bag. But if you're referring to the Staff of Forlorn Hope, yes, I did know how to use it.
Well,
Not very complicated.
Now,
Yeah, no, of course not.
Are you going to like tell us how to use it, or are you just gonna sit there and be smug about it?
I was about to ask if he could teach Soggy how to use it, heal him. We go out again and work to try to cause chaos in the cult, just like they tried to do chaos towards us in our lives. Basically, payback and save other people from their situations.
Sabine reiterated. So, are you going to teach us how to use it? Stop trying to deny her magic. What the fuck?
so real quick, every time that Soggy is referred to as a healer, does Soggy look uncomfortable?
Not uncomfortable, just confused, but also is like, let's see where this goes.
Okay.
All I can say is basically for Arya, having someone actually heal her during combat was just like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Even-
I
even
can
if
still
it's
just-
fight.
Even if it was just Soggy slapping some bandages on you,
And
that's
shoving a
healing.
donut in your mouth. Yeah.
Band-Aid.
That's healing.
I just wanted to see because like
It's
Averlin's
Yeah.
basically like the whole time just like kind of standing back and letting them deal with Voss. And then she'll just throw some barbs, but she's like watching. And like I just wanted to make sure.
that makes sense, right? Because you weren't there in the interaction that I had with the group, or that Soggy had with the group. So I think Soggy's, if you were paying attention and had any insight, or like your intuition, it's like Soggy, yeah, is confused, but also recognizes that them using this term, calling Soggy a healer, appears to be of value to this group, and so was like, oh, that feels like it's important to this group, and then thus makes Soggy feel important, and Soggy hasn't felt important in a while,
Okay.
so
Poor
is
Soggy.
not gonna like knock it.
What we're saying is Soggy's no snitch. Soggy won't rat us out.
And like for Arya, she's just like, okay, how could I get them into places? Easiest thing to do. And people will be like, oh yeah, that's fine, go ahead. And it's like, okay, no questions asked. Let's continue on.
And it's not exactly like it's a lie. Soggy healed us. That makes them a healer.
Yeah. Thank you for the bandages. Mine has Scooby-Doo on it.
It's Scooby-Roo.
Scooby-Roo. It is a slightly different dog.
I would say it's a dog and a kangaroo
Yeah.
kind of creature. Like the
Yeah.
owl llama.
Yeah.
More terrifying somehow.
Yeah, it would actually be very terrifying. So you have magical potential, is that so?
Oh, I guess you could say I dabble. It's more out of like practicality more than anything else, but I was able to, I can do a couple of things. I guess it's never really been something that's been embraced where I've been. So I don't know. I don't like to talk about it very much, but I do know that thing is pretty powerful.
What do you mean? It hasn't been embraced.
Some people, when they don't understand like why I may have done certain things. I feel like this is a conversation to have after some donuts. But
Or like not in front of like the creepy spy elf, because yeah.
Okay.
She does say that right out loud in front of Voss.
Sabine says, I thought we forgave her.
Not her.
but yeah, I have some magical abilities. It looks like I have some understanding of this staff, but I do know that it's beyond what I can what I have available to me from what I can think of, what I can identify on it. It seems like it's more powerful than that I have access to in my knowledge base up in this noggin. You know what I mean? Like my recipe book doesn't necessarily have those pages in it yet.
If anything, one of the true potential of the staff is actually to amplify some of your innate abilities.
Like it could unlock the secret sauce.
And Voss looked a bit like
I'm giggling, but Sagi would be like,
it's
yeah?
like is this
She's
person
silent.
like serious? I suppose
Okay.
that could be an appropriate metaphor.
So, like, are there books or something that, like, we could, read, or like a training class that Saki can take? Like, obviously,
So you're asking me if I can like bring Sagi to like a magical summer camp and teach them all about magic over
The
summer?
learning annex.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a summer camp. Like, Sagi
Like
looks
a-
like an adult to me. Like, I don't know. I just, you say you know how to use the staff, right? Sagi, in theory, can use the staff, but like doesn't have all of the recipe cards. So, like, if we could just add the recipe cards,
Yeah.
then Sagi
Why,
could do the thing,
why
and
are you
then maybe
withholding
you
the
could,
rest cards?
then maybe
Well,
Why are
you could
withholding?
not be crotchety and mean.
Well, and Saki will turn to the two of you and was like, I think I don't know if this is what they're trying to say, but I know that for me, for example, a lot of things that I've come up with on my own have come from just like pulling things together and trying to like just combine things and just a lot of practice and making some mistakes and figuring out, all right, those flavor combinations don't necessarily go together. But spending some time with your like your utensils and your ingredients and your cooking space can generate the magic itself when it comes to making the magic of like the recipe of the actual cooking.
Oh.
And
I feel like if you apply that same mentality to this, it might work.
Sagi,
Well, I
Why
mean,
didn't you just
obviously,
say? Why didn't you just say that? That was completely understandable. Why couldn't you just say that, Voss?
that the magic is innate and not necessarily a magic recipe
No,
card, and that unlocks secret sauce.
wait, it's
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
but like,
They get it. See?
okay, but like, there's still rules when using tools, right? So, like, you're not going to walk into a kitchen and innately know how to use a blender. Like, that's not how that's going to go, right? Like, you can't walk into a gunsmith shop and know how to pour stuff or melt stuff in a forge or load bullets. Like, there's stuff like you have to be taught how to use the tools. So, can you teach Sagi how to use the tools?
I mean, I can help them learn to use the path. However, based that most of it will be based on their own innate ability to tap into their magical abilities.
I,
I mean, some things can be learned. Something, some people are able to create magical artifact through. Let's put it as your understandable metaphor here. Recipe, but for most mage, the ability comes from within. It's not an instruction book. There are some tools and some for more complex ritual. Most magical ability come from within. So if you are confident that Sagi here is indeed capable of tapping into their inner arcane ability, should in theory be able to use the staff. Have you attempted to use it?
Who, me? No, no, no. I've spent a little bit of time with it, studying it and checking it out. I don't know. It'd be kind of really hard to part with this bad boy right here. I don't know if I mean, it'd be nice to have like be walking around with two staves and being like real badass, but I don't know if I could like switch one out for the other.
oh, could we put the pizza peel, the flat thing, on the staff?
One side is the staff, the other side
Ooh.
is is the pizza.
Can we just
I
combine
have
the
some
two?
duct tape.
I like
You
the
could
fact
just
you could
I
like
mean,
wrap
we
like
could,
duct
like-
tape in like an HR
It's
artifact
actually-
to like a piece of peel, and I love it.
So
It's actually goose tape. Thank you.
if we don't have like, we could get another pouch like Zach has, and you could carry it in there. But like, you don't have to have both of them on your back unless you really wanted to. I'm
I
just
think
saying.
it would look kind of sick though to be walking around with like two like the like this world's equivalent of Deadpool.
Dual wielding staffs.
Dead pond.
Yeah.
Dead pond.
Dead pond.
Deceased lake.
Deceased lake.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point is what I'm trying to get at, and apparently not explaining very well, is that Voss, you have information. You need to give up the information before we give much more information to you. I'm just saying, like, we have done a lot for you. We have risked our lives for you. You still want us to do the thing. And we might have somebody who can do the thing, but you're gonna have to tell them things.
I mean,
Does that make sense?
can only show them so much. If they
I have a quest.
Yeah.
Sorry. After you're done with that, sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
go for it.
No, please.
I mean, I can only show, like I said, I can only show them so much. If they will first need to him to use the device. But like, I do not have the magical flashcard of healing a recipe available to you, or the secret sauce. Secret sauce is within you all along.
Yeah, it's
It
a
makes sense.
Oh my god.
I'm not used to
It's the
speak with
special
metaphor.
sauce.
So you're basically
This
saying
is Space Jam. This is fucking Space Jam.
Sloggy
It's
has
Space Jam
to
now.
find that little Spock, grab it, pull it forth in order to make it become something else. If that makes sense.
No, he's saying Saki just has to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
So
Believe.
apparently,
That's kind of what Sagi's been saying too.
like, so you
Like,
either have
Saki
it
and
or
Voss
you.
understand each other. They understand the metaphor.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going over everybody's head.
Hey,
All right.
listen.
There's been a lot of talk about this, so let's just try this. And I'm going to pull out the stick and hand it to Saki.
I reach for it.
And Zakreen and Sagi are just like we're not even thinking about it, reaching for
keep
this,
away
and
from
just
Sabine.
not intentionally though, not intentionally, but we're
You
just
just
like
bottom like
fluidly handing it to one another. Meanwhile, we just see Sabine's hands at the bottom, kind of just trying to
Yeah.
grasp.
So when Ava like sees you pull out the staff, like her eyes get real wide. She's like, I thought we weren't gonna bring it. We weren't gonna let him know we had it like that. Like we knew we had it, but like we didn't know that we had it here.
Like right now, it's us and him, and he already said he can't use it. And if he tries anything, it's us and him.
I mean,
And a whole building full of people that are armed.
Sure, but they won't be armed before we put a hole in his head. You get that, right? Like he's
Are
not
we-
stupid enough to try something.
Evelyn just
I've-
kind of raises her arms and points out that she has no weapons right now.
I have a
Like, that's it.
question. I have a question. Are
Yeah.
we in the room with the desk and the hologram, or are we in the room with the bed?
You're in the room with the hologram. You're not in the room with the bed. Right now, in the
Yeah,
room.
okay.
He's not even
Where-
in here.
Yeah, where you are right now, there's a Voss hologram. There's Astrid, and that big orc lady.
Astra's in here.
Yeah.
Astra's here. I forgot.
I mean,
Yeah, Astrid's basically the secretary. And Arya's probably standing next to her going, how did I get into this position? How
you
did I
spied on us.
No,
That's how.
like,
You
I know
followed
y'all
us.
are like super suspicious of Voss, but Zach is not remotely worried. He's an asshole, but he's not an evil person. That's pretty obvious.
oh yeah, he's absolutely an ass, but
That's what y'all say now.
So
I mean,
I grab.
legitimately. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just say I grab the staff and we'll say, well, before I do any of this though, first I just want to acknowledge, like, it's pretty apparent I'm the new person here. clearly there's some tension that I'm not part of, and I don't want to get sucked into this, but it seems like I'm apparently something important here involving some equation here. I might be the missing ingredient, the secret ingredient. I don't know, but all that aside, I'm down to try new things. I'm down to experiment with new recipes and ingredients and techniques and strategies. But I also, as I mentioned earlier, like to stay protected, like to stay aware so that I'm not endangering myself or others. What do I need to be aware of if I'm going to be trying to practice with this new toy? Should I, how can I protect myself and avoid any mishaps?
I see. Well, I'm assuming you're already practicing safe magic, which is possible.
Of course.
The same things will be applicable with using this.
And different strategies of safety mean different things to different people, and there are many ways that can be interpreted, of course.
Just don't break the staff. That would be very, very bad. Besides
As
this,
long as there's no negative consequences to messing something up, that's fine. Okay,
no.
I'm down. Actually, I want to see if I trust this person's response.
All right, roll me perception empathy. If you want to use the staff of forlorn hope, as part of your add that to your inventory, I can give you the stats that give that.
Later, yes, and later. Ooh, perception. Okay. 18 with 3 stunt points.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
yeah, what you can gather from
ahead.
the hologram, which it's not like interacting with a real person, so it's a bit more difficult to read. There's definitely a path between your companion and this person. He's definitely an absolute asshole of a person. But he's not, at his core, from what you can gather, necessarily a bad person.
Can you repeat sorry, I was reading stunt stuff. Before you said that they're not necessarily a bad person,
Yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, he's an absolute ass.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've dealt with this kind of person before.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have all dealt with this kind of person that
Yeah.
think they're all almighty.
All right,
They
cool.
will speak down to you, but they're not necessarily bad people.
So for stunts, I don't know, sway the crowd to make Astrid think I'm cool, I guess.
Yeah.
And Bon Mott, I insert a perfect witty remark to the end of my action.
Yeah.
Insert witty remark here.
So how would Soggy present themselves to look extra cool in front of people
While perceiving.
Yeah, it's.
Do you have does Soggy have a cool way to perceive
Yeah, I think Soggy. I mean, it's more about it. It's just innate swag, I guess, and it's more like when presenting food to customers and critics to see, in an instant, that kind of body language, if they enjoy it or not, if they're saying they enjoy something but they're really faking it out of politeness. Those kinds of vibes is what I'm employing in this.
So,
and trying to use some charm to sell the dish that I'm presenting.
so looking
and this
extra
dish
confident about what you're trying to sell, while trying to
Yeah.
gauge the reaction of people. Okay. Yeah.
And fuck it, I'll add a wink in there too. Why not?
Why not, right?
Ding.
Yeah. Soggy in front of you is extremely confident in this moment. while they're trying to read Voss. Maybe like looking extra cool there.
I'm like tossing the staff back and forth and kind of like
Yeah.
twirling a little bit, kind of like
Like
just
looking like
feeling real
they
good.
know what
Feeling
they're
myself right
doing,
now.
right? But yeah, you get that there's probably some
And
underlying issue and trust issue with other people here with Voss, which it would require its own background itself. But you
yeah,
don't get that Voss is a nefarious being per se.
yeah, and the way that I was handling it, kind of seemingly carelessly, even though I'm very experienced with delicate and dangerous tools, using that to kind of gauge like if it seems like I'm handling it too roughly or
Yeah.
dangerously, trying to gauge their reaction to how I'm handling it too.
And you end all the
If they
staff
might
you
think that I'm like
shift
being
it in your
reckless.
hands, and the weight and feel of the staff feels very natural to you. Like the same way you will handle that pizza peel, like it is very very natural and it feels comfortable in your hand. And as you more you like play around with it, the more you can feel the magical potential of it. Um, like you feel that your magic would be a bit more powerful than before. Yeah. And I did send
If
you
I
the statistics for that.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna try and use something. Um. Oh.
Yeah, it is a good device.
Whoa.
It is
Cool.
it is a very good tool. It just happened that during season 1, nobody was a goddamn caster able to use that, so you get
I
the cool toy.
Wow, I spent that whole season trying to learn magic, and you kept blocking me every step of the way. So I don't know what
It's
to tell
true.
you.
The dice said I
Uh,
was going to be a rogue, so I became a rogue.
I was gonna use a feature of a talent. So can we say like I use that feature to like basically like identify this? I think it's like
Yeah,
arcane lore or something like
yeah,
that.
uh,
All right. It uses a magic point,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll
You
just
use
reduce
that.
like deduct that.
Um, but yeah, and you have in your precision very very good magical artifact. You know?
Like wave my feathered quill along it.
So you understand.
I get it. This is this is quite the this is quite the tool here. I think there can be some wonderful, this is like what makes the magic happen and can make the magic happen even better. So I think I could work with this.
And if you do have innate magical ability to heal, would definitely help you in your task.
Yeah, 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 of course. And I would say that's probably when oh, I'm forgetting characters' names. But Celine, your character, if you've been paying attention to Soggy, when any mention of healing goes on, that's one of those moments where Soggy kind of gets tripped up, and it's like, yeah, 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 of course, yeah, innate healing, yeah.
Gotta buy some more Scooby Doo bandages. Or
That's
sorry,
right.
Scooby Roo.
Scooby-Doo. The great kangaroo Dane. The great Danish kangaroo?
Oh my god, terrifying.
Is he made of Danish butter cookies? Because now I'm thinking of a dog that like is
They're like the little pouches
made of a
filled with
giant
cookies.
Danish butter cookie. Yeah.
Or their pouches filled with tins of cookies.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
not cookies, it's sewing supplies. Thank you.
It's
Right.
50-50 chance.
Yeah.
It's Schrodinger's cookie tin, you know.
It's a crapshoot when you reach into the pocket as to whether you get sewing supplies or cookies.
If you don't reach that target number, sewing supplies.
That's right.
Damn it.
The challenge rating on that is high. Oh. Hopefully you're gonna feel confident with this.
I think this will do, and I'll kind of like bump it on the ground and like strike a power pose, and
Take out my Polaroid camera and I snap a picture.
Yeah, because you do have a
looking
Polaroid
very
camera.
confident.
I do.
And when you flick the Polaroid as it comes out, I don't know if this would get caught on there, but maybe what you see on the Polaroid like photo doesn't match what you're seeing, because you see a little bit of a glow. There's like a little bit of a shimmer, almost like there's like a little force field around Soggy.
And is Soggy blinking at the same time that Bean snapped picture?
Absolutely. Like
Look at
my
me.
pose is very like fierce
Yeah.
and
But then
like
your face is
swaggy,
like.
but
It's like when you sneeze during the middle of a driver's license photo.
yeah, the flash went off like just a split second before I finished my pose.
Sasha Fierce, blinded by the flash.
And years later, like that picture is gonna be like found in some archive and will haunt people forever. And I get it. We've all been there.
You're glowing.
It's like, oh, that's just my natural glow. Oh wait, no, that's not. That's some. Oh, that's yeah. Thank you for noticing.
Ava looks kind of confused because she can't see him glowing at all.
Oh, I show the picture.
Is your camera broken?
No. It took the picture.
No, it's this thing. It's the stat. Yeah, it's this thing. This is what's making it glow.
Just kind of
Just like
And then I'll look at Voss and kind of just give one of those looks like non-magic users. Am I right?
I'm sorry. I tried learning magic. Nobody would teach me.
I mean, until we met my mother, then she tried to teach you.
Well, she
And we
didn't.
didn't
No
exactly have
offense, she
anyone
didn't do a
to
great
teach her.
job.
I'm pretty sure there's some
Because I still don't know magic.
I'm pretty sure there's some warrior feature that you could take that would grant you some magic. I need to.
Oh,
look
I
for-
think I do. I think I am. I do have that. I don't think I've gotten to a point where I can do magic yet.
Can you help her out with this? Can you help them out with the magic stuff?
It may be a bit complicated, depending of how innate magic ability is.
How is your magic ability?
I think I'm pretty magical just in general, but I don't know if
You really
I don't
are.
know.
Really
Nobody
trying.
ever. If I've done magic, I don't know that I've done it.
I mean, there's got to be some magic in the fact that you can eat your own weight in donuts and just be all right.
No, that's not
Why
magic.
would I-
That's just metabolism. Say
Why
the
wouldn't I
M's
be-
I get where there's the confusion, but
Why wouldn't I be okay?
All I know is if I ate as much as you ate, Sabine, like I would be sick for weeks.
Oh, that's sad.
That's
I
just-
know, right?
That's just super secret Aveling power, right?
Yeah, that's how we compensate for our size.
that's your magic ability. Your metabolism.
Where I win all the eating competitions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, was there?
Carbo loading.
You mentioned like activity under in the city, I'm assuming earlier. Oh, which match some of our information. There. I went to meet with your new companion.
We're
I
still
mean-
on the hunt for the cult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you have you don't have any other information?
Were none of you paying
No,
attention earlier?
Yeah, you said that there was.
You said,
At the mills,
You mentioned him.
I believe.
Yeah.
oh, but do you have anything else? Like, that's it?
And he gestured towards Astrid, who sends you some file on your communicator, uh, which I mentioned like in the mails. There's been also some uh, strange sighting uh, in the Aberkill Stadium at night. Um, there's an establishment called the Prophet's Voice, but they just think it's a essentially a cult video store. It's not. It may or may not be um, related.
Like a video rental store?
Yeah.
Or what do you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a front.
You can.
An obvious front if they named it that.
Yeah.
Well, from what we've seen so far, the cult isn't exactly full of intelligent people.
No.
I
They are
mean-
attempting to bring back up, you know.
And
I mean,
There's
your
al-
minions need to be not as smart to be able to be used. The upper echelons are the ones you have to be worried about.
Yeah. And there's also here and there like some information about some activity from the autonomous front. That they've been mostly being quiet, but there's some chatter around the streets of that they're still around, possibly planning their next big move. But information to be determined at this point. There's mention of possible uh, large target, but this can be anything from the embassy to to any of like the Puck security group and things like that, which are mostly running some of the guild guards right now in the city. So that's some of the information that that we're able to gather in the past 2 months. Obviously, the Cult of the Prophet, they do tend to keep as quiet as possible and surprisingly off the radar for who they are. Individual. Wearing magic over technology, which makes it sometimes a bit more difficult to track down. Like, well, your personal communication device are much easier to locate than somebody that's just has innate magical ability.
Question.
Answer.
Has there ever been a piece of technology that could actually track and define magical signatures? I feel like there may have been something forever ago.
Are you asking them or are you trying to
I am asking you.
Okay, give me here an intelligence. It would be absolutely intelligence. Historical lore, or
Historical lore, all right.
I think historical lore would probably fit with that.
Okay, because I also have what's the other lore there?
Arcane
Scientific
lore?
lore too.
Okay.
Either one.
You're asking about more an historical device here, right?
Fair enough.
Um,
Ooh. 23 with 6 stomp points.
that's pretty
So-
good. Do you know how you want to spend those stun points?
Is there anything that would actually? It takes me, I don't know, however many points it takes me half the time to think about it and come up with.
I think like something like 2 point. To take so like while like they were like having their like fancy sauce discussion over there, and you've probably been like pondering about all that, like all sort of thing goes through like your as a Korean's brain all the time, like, and you're thinking about like a device that can possibly track magic. Such device was indeed way used, and it's only because you are Saurian that you would probably know that. Like during like the first like major conflicts, where Saurian is at its core technology based, uh, like Heishi, they there was some device that were used to be able to track their enemy a bit better, a bit more efficient. Um, some devices may have been partially lost during like the chaos war that followed, but some devices did at some point exist where one could find one that is maybe a bit difficult, where one could find
Follow up question.
Hmm?
Would this device be in Zactopia? Because that was a Saurian whatever base.
Yes, but it was also just barely pre-calamity. It was built actually to help deal with the
Yeah.
prophet and wasn't as far back as the Saurians.
Well, right,
ruling
but
the
if we were
world.
gonna but if there was gonna be a magic detecting device, you would think it would be in
Yeah,
Zactopia.
especially
Or
because it was used to handle the prophet
Yeah.
who uses
maybe
magic.
maybe there's like a magic sniffing dog.
Can we get a dog?
Robot dog.
Roomsicle. Bear.
You talk?
Oh,
Yes.
I did talk. Yes.
I've been counting the
Are
tiles since
you?
we got here.
You've been counting the tiles?
Yes.
How many are there?
Lost count after 5,500. 10 tiles.
I would have lost count after 50. Or maybe I just got bored. I would just gotten bored. Go ahead.
Oh, no. It's an out of character question for.
Yeah.
So you keep talking.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just gonna ask. So what would be, within this world, the biggest repository of historical Saurian information?
Okay. Biggest historical information. A lot of it has been lost here and there. There's some in the Lesserine Library. There's some in Vorakis. Where the largest one would be. I think technically Vorakis may have a larger one, at least for Thorin technology. But I mean, that there's at least some record of some information in the library here in Astora, so. Like, our detail, it's been a couple thousand years. We don't know, like, if we look modern time, some shit that happened 1,000 years, we don't have a clear picture of it, right? So, and we didn't have a goddamn actual apocalypse happening yet.
Okay.
All right.
Now I do have to ask, is it possible that Saki could heal you of your situation so that you can deal with my grandmother when she appears?
I mean, that may be a possibility. Sagi, do you have any... I mean, you mentioned that you do have innate healing ability. What healing spell does Sagi have? That is a question here.
Is that an out of character question?
Yes.
None.
None.
Basic bitch.
You are such a wise and emboldened Mage and Scholar. I could barely figure out what this thing does. I don't know that I have it within me, and I don't think I've unlocked that secret sauce yet to help someone of such renown as yourself. I'm very, very sorry. I would be too worried that I would cause more harm than good. First thing they teach you is do no harm. So I regretfully will have to decline this opportunity.
Okay, so basically, from what I'm getting from this, you need to have a test run to make sure that nothing happens, and I'm probably going to be the one getting my ass kicked the most because I'm frontline. So, yeah, okay. You know what?
Everlyn kind of chuckles at that, like, I'm
Yeah,
probably going to be the one that gets my ass kicked the most because I was fairly
Sabine-
sure Everlyn took the most damage.
Sabine also side eyes Arya because she's also frontline, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, Arya is
But
just like,
also,
coffee is
Avril-
going down. Coffee levels are going down. She's
Avril almost
getting a
died
little
like
pissy.
twice.
Avrilyn kind of like not silently but quietly under her breath goes, "Acid, remember?" Question mark. Like, it's just like,
Oh, that's right, the
Well,
acid.
in this case, please go for it and practice your craft, I suppose. Gain the confidence. You can tell that, Voss is not exactly buying your shit. You know that you probably just don't really know what the hell you're doing, but you have potential.
To Soggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may
Thank you. Thank you.
may
Thank
use
you.
the information that provided. I do have some important business that I need to attend to.
Well, I I don't want to overstep, so I appreciate it. Was a pleasure to meet you. Very sorry that I couldn't cure you of your ailment. Good luck and best wishes. Get well soon. And thanks for the insight on what to do with this new bad thing. Bad meaning good.
All right. You just nod and vanish in front of your eyes. And Astrid, all right, well, you can me out. Are you supposed to be saying something because you muted?
yeah, I was. Everlyn looks at Soggy and goes, "Did you just offer Voss thoughts and prayers? Like, is that a thing you just did?"
Yeah, I mean, it seems to a lot of people seem to think that works. So I figured, give them a taste of their own medicine and send them on their way.
Okay. she's just like poor Averlin's like, "Look, I will sass the guy all day long, but not like that. That was like saying bless your heart." Like, just like,
Yeah, basically, sometimes you get these unruly customers, and you just got to tell them what they need to hear and move on. But I will say, I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude, but oh my god, this thing! Yeah, I feel, I appreciate y'all bringing me along with this or for this conversation. I was not expecting any of that. Um, so thank you for putting some faith in me. Haven't felt like that in a while. So
so like it must have been,
thanks.
kismet or whatever that word is.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
I prefer to say pure damn luck.
Fate, let's say.
I don't believe in fate. Anyways, to the
Oh.
elevator.
So you're being escorted out.
Oh.
Uh,
They don't trust us to leave. We are being escorted out of the
You're being
building.
escorted out.
How it is.
Hold on. I'm confused because I believe last time we were here, we basically had rooms and shit here, and now all of a sudden we can't
Well,
stay.
escorted out of this specific room.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Right.
excuse
None
me.
of the building.
Okay, good.
Okay.
We're out of Voss's personal area.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to
Uh,
be in stank ass area anyway.
But yeah, now you do have some insight of what may be brewing in the underbelly of Astora, what you choose to do with that information, which path you wish to follow. Well, I guess that we can find out next week when we return for more Titansgrave. So you have an entire week to choose which part of the city do you wish to venture forth to and try to follow. Possibly, some cult shit, probably some rebellion stuff. Maybe a boat. Maybe it's
Library.
vampire.
Maybe it's a shady real estate developer in a mask.
Maybe exactly.
Probably is. Honestly.
It most likely is. Who knows? But yeah, we'll be back next Thursday, same time, 8:30 Eastern, for more of whatever this will be.
Whatever this is.
Chaos.
Yeah, it's gonna be most likely chaos. And on my side, I will be back next coming Tuesday. But let's tell the lovely people at home who you are, where they can find you on the internet, and all of that. Let's go in the opposite order this time around. I think last time we ended with Jiggles, right? So we can start, buddy.
Was I last?
I do believe so.
Yeah, all right. So I'll be first this time. Hey, I'm Jiggles the Fat, theoretical variety streamer. As of right now, you can catch me here every Thursday. Hopefully more will be starting soon, but I can't promise it.
Awesome. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. You can follow me on Twitter at FairBear. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, you can find me over on Sir Jester's channel for a D&D 5e one-shot supporting Jasper's Game Day. Saturday, you could find me over on Rolling D's 20s, 9 p.m. Eastern for the season premiere of Philly by Night, our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. It will be, along with Juice, it will be our 5th and final season, so come through and support. And then Tuesdays, you could find me over on not Greater Restoration. That's here. Tuesdays,
Are you okay?
you can find me over on Tuesdays. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Tuesdays, you can find me over on FortNerd.com's channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Dreadful Tales Arc 3. And then Thursdays, I'm here, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Follow me on Twitter. I have other things coming up that have not been announced yet, but are super exciting. So you could follow me on there to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Celine?
Well, that's me.
Yes, that's you.
And I'm not muted this time. Yay. And my camera is being wonky. Sorry, I'm distracted. Hi, I'm Celine. I've been Ava, stumbling kind of through life doing the thing. You can find me here on GR Crew for season 2 of Titansgrave on Thursdays. In theory, you can find me on my channel, twitch.tv/Celine, when I get back into streaming again. And you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Celine. That's where you get all the information about me and what I'm doing. Yeah. Words.
Words.
I'm
And
tired.
Kitty?
Hey everybody, I'm Kitty, and you can find me here on this channel on Thursdays doing this fabulous show with everybody. You can also check out my Twitter at InsaneKitty32. Currently getting back into it after having like a 2-month hiatus, which has been amazing. And I will also hopefully start streaming next week. Most likely Raft, since Chapter 3 is coming out soon.
Is it? Oh no.
Oh, it's going to be big, and I'm so excited, and my draft looks amazing so far. So yeah, I gotta show it off.
Rafiki, we're gonna have to play some more Raft.
We're
buddy.
talking about like our tiny little boat looks absolutely amazing. Ultimate boat
I
is
know,
a
but we
beast.
need to. I know, but we need to get through chapter 2
Yeah.
so that we
Mhm.
can play the new stuff. That's why we need to play more Raft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see where my boat is right now.
All right.
And that's pretty much me.
All right. Juice.
Hi, I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I have been your friendly neighborhood orc baker, soggy bottom star baker, wielder of the staff of forlorn hope, and healer.
Question mark.
You can find me here on Thursdays with these fine folks, on Saturdays alongside Fair for our fifth and final season of Vampire the Masquerade, as Fair explained. 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Rolling D's 20s. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TheJuiceTM.
Fantastic. And I'm Frank the Great Rafiki. You can find me mostly here. And I'll be back this Tuesday with some beautiful nerds for a game of Mask. Which that Notori, hopefully they will be okay. They were recently injured. The Happy Capster, the Red Shear, and the wonderful Lonzo Gonzo. So that should be fun and chaos and shenanigans. Speaking of Lonzo Gonzo, let's bring that GR love over to that beautiful nerd, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Night, everybody.